Hello everyone. So today I have come up with a new scenario based question, and in this question the interviewer asked to the candidate that how can we get the first 10 variable of any table in SAS. So for example, if you will see here, like from row number 14 till row number 19 we have this table, and it has like around 14 columns, right? We have 14 columns and we just want to get these 10 columns in a different table. We want to show the first 10 column of any table. So just like if you'll see from here, like row number 23 to row number 33, so we have these columns here which are basically the top 10 variable name or top 10 column name of that table. So how to do that in SAS? Like right now you can see that I have considered a dummy table here, but many times if you will be working in an industry, so when we get the real data, we usually get the tables with the 1000 columns or the 2000 columns. So at that point of time it gets very complex to us to how to get these things done. So for that part I'll show you in SAS that how can we achieve this thing. So let's start it and let's see in a SAS. Okay, so as you can see that we have this file here, employee sample data, which is the Excel file and it's a dummy file. So we'll be importing this file into the SAS environment to create a SAS dataset, and then we'll be performing some operation in order to get our desired output. So I'll be making use of the proc import here. Like inside the proc import, we know that we make use of data files, and in the data files we have to mention the path and the name of the file. So using property you can easily select that thing. Once I have done this part, so now we will be use of out keyword. Inside the out keyword we are giving the name of the file that we want to give in the SAS environment. Suppose I have given an EMP. Now database need to be mentioned, so with DBMS we'll mention the XLSX is the format, and replace statement. If the file is already there, then it will get replaced. Now I want to see basically the first row of that employee sample data file as a header here. So for that part we can make use of get names equals to yes, and simply we'll run it. Now let's see if we are getting the correct data or not. Okay, we are getting the correct data. It's perfectly fine with us. Do we have any error? No. Okay, that's fine. So like in most of the databases you will see that we have certain you can say metadata, which basically consist of all the information about the tables, the columns, the column names, and the column format, column data type, all these things. In SAS also we have such kind of you can say metadata. So for example, two of the tables like dictionary.tables and dictionary.columns. So these tables are also we can make use of. So I'll be basically here using the I'll be making use of dictionary.column here. So let me show you like what type of data we have inside it. For example, I'm creating a table just to show you. I'm creating a temp table, and let's make use of select star from dictionary.columns. Okay. So I'm just filtering out the data because otherwise the data will get so huge. So I'm just mentioning here, show me the data of only work library. So okay, that is fine. Now let's run this part and see what type of output we are getting. Okay, so now you can see the lib name which I had mentioned. It's about basically it represents a library, and mem name is basically the table name here, right? The name which the table which we had created just a few seconds ago. So EMP is a table. Then we have mem type, like what type of data is there. The name is basically for the column name, and similarly then we have type and length, and all those kind of information are there, like what is exactly the position, and then like if there is any kind of label mentioned, that part will be represented here. And again format, in format, all that information. Even we get the sorted by information. If the data is sorted by any of the column, that part will be mentioned over here, right? So none of all these things are not like our requirement right now. We only need this part, name part, because we need to fetch the column name. So what we will do, we will simply select here the name, which is basically the column, right? And then when we are selecting the name part, like okay fine, this can be the case that when we will be working with the work library, there could be so many tables over there. So I'm for the safer side, I'm mentioning here the map name, so emp. Okay, so now if I run this, so let's see what type of data we are getting. Okay, so we have got like 14 all the records basically, right? So this is but our requirement was like we just need to get the top 10 basically column name, first 10 column name or the first 10 variable name. So for that part we can make use of out ops. So here we can simply make use of out ops, and I have mentioned the number 10, so because we only want to see the 10 records. So if I run this part, you will see that we are only getting the top 10 variable name, and it is again the sequential wise. If you will see, if I show you the data, let me run this again. Okay, so if I, okay, sorry, let me do it again. Okay, now EMP, you can see it has started from the EEAD, then full name, job title, department, businessman. Same way you will see the name here. So in this way you can easily like solve these type of problems, right? So thank you guys, thank you so much.